Hello people, it's that time again. So, we go again indeed. Welcome everyone to my live stream, and welcome to the channel. My name's Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone's well. So let's get straight to it then. So this is round 3 of the Gran Turismo World Series Manufacturers Cup Exhibition 3. And we are in the GR4s at Interlagos, Sao Paulo in Brazil. So this is what's going to be happening for this Wednesday evening, as I'll be providing you the coverage from my perspective and see how I can take on the GR4 machinery. So I have no idea what to expect, so I hope everyone's doing good. So okie dokie. So whilst we get ourselves further in depth, then obviously I'm going to run you through the for what the race has to offer. So what's going to be happening is that having had a good outing at Road Atlanta in the GR3, having started 7th, finished 3rd on the road. Obviously, with the last lap drama, of course, which made most of somebody spinning and then obviously overtaking somebody who apparently had dead front left tyres, which gave the advantage to overtake the Lexus in the for P3 on the road. So this time round, it's a different story. So not only that I'm going to be taking on the GR4 machinery, then not been well, as I've got a bit of a flu, and then obviously had some chesty coughs, and then so obviously in my head I'm just gonna get on with it. So just even in advance, it's an apologies in advance if anybody's noticing me either where if I'm sneezing or coughing, just pardon my French, because it's just not pleasant for somebody to go through such bug. So what's going to be happening is for this race is that there's going to be 5 minutes of qualification, and the tyre wear rating is set to ×1 along with the fuel consumption rating, and it's a 12 lap race, so no mandatory pit stops required. So it's just basically a sprint race for that one with a rolling start. Racing hard tyres as well. Other than that, we are very much on with the task in hand, having done a few quick laps also before I've gone live. See what happens as well. So let's see who I've got as. Let's just have a look at how the McLaren drivers do, because I did see a solid time, should I say, from somebody in the McLaren. There's the one. So let's have a look at the French driver's lap. So it braked at the 50-meter board. It shifted down to first, flick it up to second, and then to third. And short shifting, because with this car you just got to short shift just the halfway mark of the rev counter in order to get a bit of traction and speed out of this car also. And then you flick it down to the second, flick it back up to third in middle of the apex. And then right just before that tyre screech, so you flick it down to first, then back up to second, then down to first, then back up to second. and then brake just before that you approach that bit of grass after the neon green, painting. Leave fourth gear alone, and the corner before you leave third gear alone. Obviously, I have done a fast lap as well, so and then I feel I could go a little quicker. I could go a little quicker than what I've done. So this is what the French drivers put in. A 39.7, which is the fastest I've seen from a McLaren driver in this particular car and track. So the 5 o'clock slot should be open. Nope, and it is 4:45 now, and it is now open. So let's see what I can do. Good evening, Le Creator. Welcome along. Thank you for tuning in, and hope you're well, my friend. And thank you for the good luck message. Appreciate it. So that's the fastest I've done so far. Trouble with some replays is that you can't tell what brake balance they're on unless you have certain streamers that will show you their brake balance, which will give you a rough idea as to how you can manage with a certain brake balance setting in order to get a good lap in. Yeah, that was pretty greedy from my side. Maybe if I could just brake a little earlier, that should do it. Obviously, I've got the window wide open as well to get some fresh air in as well. Don't want to be doing that. You're in the Merc? Okie dokie. Well, that's going to be interesting for those who are manufactured with Mercedes. It'll see how it goes with the SLS, which is the Group 4 car that's in the game also. Quite heavy. Yeah, it's not going to be pleasant for some. Yeah. I thought I'd save it, but nah. Gonna be interesting, this one. Not gonna lie. Good evening, Indian Stig. Welcome along, my brother. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the good luck message as well. Hope you're well, my friend. So, for those who don't know Indian Stick, he has a channel for those who like to go and look at his content. He does open lobbies, league racing ventures, anything Gran Turismo World Series related, as well as doing some daily races sometimes. So, Indian Stick's your brother to go and check out on YouTube. Yeah, I'm getting there. I've not been well lately, you know, just like a bit of a bug, so bit of a runny nose, and then just a cough. That it's not often that I get this sort of stuff, but so I made sure that I'm all prioritised and ready to do the race, and obviously I got the window that's wide open to let all fresh air in, so I should be okay to do this one. Yeah, you're not the only one, buddy. Well, it's good to know I'm not far off me, my personal best. Considering that I wasn't feeling well before I got into this race. Right, I'm just gonna pull over to one side. Don't take any unnecessary risks. As I'm just gonna go for a quick toilet break, and then I should be on before I get put into a lobby. So I'll be 2 secs. Okie dokie. I'm back. So I'm just gonna park it here for a moment and then compose myself for the task in hand. A sip of water should do me fine to get me through the shift. Yes, Stig. Let's go. Let's go indeed. So a lot could happen. Could be up here with somebody who I know. Could be in a lobby where I could be racing with some random people. Or it could be somebody familiar. But we'll see how that goes. So, best of luck to those who are taking part of round 3 of the Graduates World Series Manufacturers Cup. And best of luck to those who are doing the 5 o'clock slot. Obviously, don't worry, because another opportunity will come for later on if you get a chance. So let's do this. Let's do this. Muscaffi's in. We've got Muscaffi, we've got Mario Sonic, got Lion. How many points do you get for this lobby? Good evening, Jacko. Welcome along. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the good luck message. Hope you're well. So, 293 points gets you first place. Third place obviously gets you 268. So, anywhere in the top 8 is still a good result. And yeah, let's see what I can do. Good evening, Handy Pint. Welcome along. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're well. And thank you for the good luck message as well. No problem. No problem. Glad you enjoyed yourself. And hopefully more opportunities will come. So, on loan in the SLS. So you're the only driver in the Mercedes in that lobby. I haven't paid much attention as to who else is in. I know that Miss Caffey's in the... Right. We're on the move. So we have got one up front that's in the SLS. Back off a little touch. So I'm probably going to get 2 flying laps in. Feels like I caught up a little bit on the 2 SLS. Let's see what time can I get. So I've got myself into the 40. I could go a little quicker. See what I can do. Last push. Crazy. Crazy how close these gaps are. Hope I managed to get a mid, well, sort of a mid 140 in the McLaren. Yep, it is. Strong lobby, that one, especially in this category. So, have a good race, everyone. Best of luck. So if I can get a top 8, happy days. If not, and if I made places, still good. Let's play the music. Let's get down to business. I do the talking on the track. Good luck and have fun. Yep. It's going to be a little difficult for some to try and get the tyres into good condition. Nope, no pit stop required. It's just a 12-lap sprint race, so there's going to be some people, as the creator mentioned that first couple of laps there's going to be some people who are desperate to try and barge their way through, but so I'm number 2 on this one. Mustafi's number 12. Well, it's going to be a bit of a pest tech to get to some tyres into temperature, them hard compound tyres. So I'm on the left hand side, so let's do this. A bit cautious through the first lap, but got Mustafi on my rear bumper. Or if he's going to go for the overtake, he can do if he wants. One's got a 1 second penalty. One made up a place. Thank you. Didn't mean to press that. So things are very much settling down a touch now. And that is a 7.5 from a long distance. Mustafi wants some help with a bump draft, I believe. He's still got the slip, so let's see if Mustafi can make up some ground with the Citroen driver behind me. Somebody's lost a plot. Oh. I felt a bit of a nudge. Maybe. Just about, or sort of. Whoa! That was a bit desperate, that. Mustafi's up into P8. McLaren served a time penalty for abusing the track limits. So there is still some place positions to be gained. Through goes Danny C! Let's go! Not over yet. 3 laps to go. Not over yet though. Two laps to go. Looks like Mustafi's dropped back a bit after going a bit wide for what I could see at turn 1. And we've got the Citroen driver all over the back of the Volkswagen. This is going to be chaos up front. It's not over until the checker flag. Not been the easiest of races, but we are within a shout for a result. Yeah, what could have been? What could have been? Didn't want that position anyway, but okay. Well, got there in the end. Not sure if it's worth going once more, but we'll see. We'll see. Obviously, the Spaniard did apologise, so obviously would have been a different story about if he would have given the place back. But so yeah. So got the replay saved, so that gets me 195 points.
Danny, thanks, buddy. Thank you. I feel sorry for Mario, man. That the Polish dude just pushed him off there, man. That was a great race, man. Hello, Les. Hello, man. I honest. People, unbelievable. Thanks, man. Thank you. That was one of my top races.
So we'll just have a look at the replay, shall we? Just spare a moment to congratulate Muscaffi. He's live on YouTube. So So just warming the tyres up as you do. So we're just a bit cautious through the first lap or so. So obviously respect to Muscati for giving me a little nudge to keep going forward. So it was just that opportunity which I saw, and Jazz was obviously a bit compromised, well, just a touch, and I had to take the opportunity to make the move and then obviously make the overtake. And my team's now has got a 1 second penalty for suspected track limits. This is a long, long way to go of this motor race, and I'm sure of that. And it's all to play for as well. He's going to try and make that lunge. And it does make that lunge down the inside. Danny C sends it on the inside. And that is a super duper move from the British driver. Danny C gets the move done. Only just. From a long distance. So that's one of the key moments of the race, just to send it to the inside as I thought I've nothing to lose, and and obviously going further into this race, and it was just a bit of a trek to try and keep up with this gang of cars up front, and then Muscaffi obviously wanted some, and yeah, this is what. And this is like what has changed the dynamic of the race. Obviously, Muscaffi, as you know, was obviously giving it a nudge as you do, and then it came to a bit of a poor judgment of braking. Well, just lifted a bit and then braked, and then it would just push the pass on that one. And I thought, if you can make progress, Muscaffi, and then just keep going. Obviously, Edu did admit that he apologised, as it was his fault for doing the push to pass on that one, even though it was fair enough that Muscaffi gave him the a little nudge, but then obviously that way that he retaken the position. But and then from there on, that the rest of the race, you know, just got a bit desperate. Then I thought I was gonna do a through goes Danny C moment, and then Edu did not give up on conceding the position. So too is the German in the BMW. Obviously, I felt something, and then just left in enough room. So how long are we going to go? Well, obviously this is where things got a bit heated going into the last race of the last lap, should I say. Edu obviously setting the pace, having got a nice lead for those up front. And Muscafi was P7 at that point, obviously doing everything he can in his power to try and keep going forward in the Scirocco. So just have a look from this gentleman's perspective, and two cars going side by side. Muscafi sees the opportunity. The McLaren driver obviously had to bail out at that top. Maybe thought there were three wide for a moment, but just like a little tap. Muscafi just left him just enough space on the approach to the next corner. Yeah, that was a push to pass from the McLaren driver. And then got a bit desperate, and yeah, it was pretty selfish. And same with the Russian driver, who also had to give him a little nudge too. And then Edu and Pelton just get a bit argy-bargy also. And then you have Muscafi, who's lined his car up nicely. McLaren goes a bit wide. So he's a slipstream dash to the line. Just had enough drive in order to get that P5. So respect to Muscafi for racing in the lobby, having got a solid P5 in the Scirocco. We had the Ferrari who won it, the Porsche won it, two Mercedes, the Volkswagen, and one McLaren in the top six. So three-star route that ticket, see what I win. Oh, got myself back onto the menu a bit. Right, so just like to spare, I want to say thank you for those of you who are tuning in to say hello a while ago, and thank you to those who have wished me the best of luck. And then it's not been the easiest of the races, well, from the physical and mental and emotional side of things. For yeah, so you got a P8. could be fifth, but an Italian cost me 3 places in time. But I mean, yeah, that's what I mean. And obviously, we had a Spaniard who obviously stepped on the inside, having been getting like a bum drafter from Muscathy, who also was kind enough to give him like a little nudge, and then obviously the Spaniard on his own accord literally just lifted a little bit and then coasted, which sent me into a bit of a bump. And that, of course, I've had to give way to Muscathy. I thought, if you can make some progress, you do that. So, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a 7 o'clock slot, but I'll see how I feel on the occasion, because it's just, just see how I feel first things first. And then if not, then obviously I'll be going live on Saturday for the Manufacturers Cup race. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes on the occasion, because I just want to build it on the consistency, you see. So, but yeah. So, anybody liking the content, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. And if I don't see you, have a great evening, great afternoon, great morning, wherever you are. And for myself, Dennis C, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.